Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today we'll learn about 12 signs you're way more intelligent than you realize. Now, let's begin. Have you ever wondered how smart you really are? Intelligence is a very complicated thing to quantify. Intelligence is your ability to learn from your experiences and use those experiences to shape or understand your environment. There are, however, a wide variety of intelligence types out there like spatial, linguistic, or emotional intelligence. Because intelligence is diverse and complex, judging how smart you are isn't always an easy task. Intelligence tests are one common way for people to measure how they stack up against the rest of the population, but most intelligence tests, they don't account for all the different kinds of intelligence out there. Intelligence quotient, or IQ tests, for example, rarely pose questions related to creative or artistic intelligence. If you're a highly creative person, you may score below average on an IQ test, but that doesn't mean you're not smarter than most. If you've never taken an IQ test or you don't excel on tests in general, there are other strategies that you can use to judge your intellectual talents. Your brain power naturally influences your habits, your decisions, and preferences, so you can sometimes measure intelligence by analyzing the things that you say and do every day. Over the years, experts have discovered several ways that intelligent people talk, think, and live a little bit differently from everyone else. Geniuses, for example, tend to maintain more radical schedules, enjoy certain hobbies and passions, and engage in rich creative activities that explore and expand their minds. If you're a highly intelligent person, then you may live your life in a similar way. Even if you don't think there's anything special about you, you may discover telltale signs of intelligence in your everyday behavior. Things that seem entirely normal may actually be tried and true signs of an active and intelligent mind. That's why in this video, we're going to look closely at 12 signs that you are smarter than you realize. Now, before we get started, let's make one thing really clear. This isn't an intelligence test. You won't walk away from this video with a score that you can compare to other people that you know. But if these 12 habits, talents, and tendencies sound familiar, the simple truth may be that you're way more intelligent than you think. Number 1. The generation of genius. There's a common misconception that intelligent people are constantly brimming with good ideas. We can thank many geniuses throughout history for their profound discoveries, but their one or two great ideas were preceded by many, many bad ones. In other words, highly intelligent people don't always have brilliant ideas. Instead, they work hard and they generate a large number of ideas, some of which end up changing the world. This skill, called idea generation, sets many smart people apart from the crowd. Creating new ideas at the drop of a hat is difficult, but the most intelligent people make it look easy. Every one of your ideas may not be brilliant or profound, but if you generate lots of them, you're likely a creative and inspired individual. Number 2. A dark sense of humor. Intelligent people have a sense of humor that can be difficult to pin down. You may find yourself laughing at things that no one else thinks is funny or cracking up over a reference that other people just don't get. Your jokes may not always be sophisticated, but if you have a unique sense of humor, then you're probably brighter than average too. Why? Well, because intellectual people make connections and recognize layers of irony that others just don't notice. Your sense of humor may be subtle and nuanced, or you may laugh at darker subjects that others don't enjoy. In either case, you may have a hard time finding an audience for your jokes because your brain works a little differently than most. Number 3. Uncanny memory recall. The most intelligent people have an uncanny ability to remember things that others don't. They process and recall ideas with incredible depth, often latching onto tiny details and nuanced ideas. But where does their superpowered memory come from? Memory isn't all raw intelligence. Instead, it comes from a blend of experience and ability. Smarter people recall ideas more precisely than most because they spend a lot of time exercising their memories. Almost every day, they challenge themselves to remember niche knowledge or retain large stores of information. As a result, their memory becomes stronger and sharper every day. Among your friends, you might be known for your elephant-like memory. Maybe you surprise people with how much you can recall about things that happened years ago. In either case, you have a strong memory, probably because you're smarter than you know. Number 4. The power of daydreaming. Do you like daydreaming? Highly intelligent people tend to be avid daydreamers. You have an active and powerful imagination, so when something is boring, you may retreat into a world inside your head. Studies have shown that daydreaming is correlated with higher levels of mental activity and cognitive performance. So if you like drifting off in the middle of the day, don't sell yourself short. You're likely more intelligent than you realize. Number 5. Emotional attunement. Many people think cognition and emotion are separate skills, but these two categories of intelligence are intricately intertwined. In other words, people who excel at cognitive exercises like problem solving also demonstrate a fuller understanding of their feelings. Why? Well, because smarter people spend more time reflecting on their emotions and dissecting what they're feeling in certain situations. If you're a highly intelligent person, then you're likely familiar with the depth of your feelings and you're able to express them in a constructive way. That alone is a telltale sign that you're smarter and more thoughtful than most. Number 6. Craving total solitude. Most highly intelligent people value their solitude. In other words, they enjoy spending time alone. Smart people appreciate moments of peace and solitude, as many of their favorite activities like reading and writing are best performed alone. To highly intelligent people, solitude isn't punishing or tedious, it's an opportunity to dive deep into the subjects that fascinate them without anyone else getting in the way. So if this sounds familiar, you're probably more intelligent and more introverted than you think. Number 7. Raw musical talent. Sometimes intelligent people easily master things that others struggle to learn. For example, intelligent people learn how to play instruments relatively quickly because they have a natural ability to understand basic rhythms. Highly intelligent people can also keep time better than most, even if they have zero musical experience. In general, highly intelligent people are quick to understand and replicate musical patterns. They not only perform music well, but they're drawn to diverse musical genres and often get lost in pieces that are complex and moving. So, whether you're a musician or a music aficionado, your ear for music may signal how smart you really are. Number 8. Understanding ambiguity. Most people have a hard time coping with uncertainty, but highly intelligent people aren't bothered in the same way. Why? Well, because sometimes ambiguity is the only possible answer. The more complex something becomes, the less likely you are to find a clean and simple solution. You may notice confusing contradictions and discover gaps in your knowledge, but that's okay. Your problems don't have to be solved right away. If you can be patient and calm in the midst of confusion, then you may be one of the smartest people you know. Number 9. Imagination overdrive. Anxiety is prevalent among highly intelligent people. They have strong imaginations that produce all kinds of spiraling thoughts and negative patterns. As a smart person, you may also spend time thinking about ways that your life may fall apart. In either case, these worrisome thoughts can manifest as anxiety and self-doubt. If this sounds familiar, your brain may be working on overdrive. It's not always fun or happy, but your anxiety is just another sign that you're brighter than most. Number 10. Sources of inspiration. Studies have shown that highly intelligent people enjoy working in less organized environments. Now, that doesn't mean intelligent people are dirty or unhygienic. Rather, many smart people work well in cluttered spaces surrounded by sources of inspiration. For example, you might have books across your desk or papers taped to the wall. You may work in a studio surrounded by crafts or a garage with every tool you can imagine spread out onto the floor. Wherever you like to work, a cluttered space may be the perfect environment for your mind to work and create. Number 11. The benefits of doing nothing. If you're a highly intelligent person, you might spend part of your day doing what seems like absolutely nothing. On the outside, anyone who sees you might think you're staring into space, but you're probably doing something smart people love to do, setting aside time to think. You might close your eyes and sit, pace around the room, or talk to yourself out loud. All of these are ways that intelligent people maintain a dialogue with their own brains, allowing them to generate ideas and to solve complicated problems. Thinking is an activity all its own. If you're a highly intelligent person, then thinking may be one of your favorite ways to spend the day. Number 12. Absolute concentration. Do you have a hard time staying focused? Concentration is a skill that many highly intelligent people have in spades. Even if they're surrounded by people, they can shut off their senses and fully concentrate on something that they're passionate about. And when that happens, there's no breaking their concentration. They work in a fervor until they've brought their ideas to life. If you're a smart person, you may have experienced something like this before. You get a great idea, and you run to your desk to get that idea out of your head. When you're inspired enough, you can focus just about anywhere because you're way more intelligent than you realize. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.